About 2 weeks ago, it went viral when Spider-Man fought cops in Times Square. The New York Times interviewed many of them, looking behind the masks. They talked to a Mexican Elmo, an Ecuadorian SpongeBob, a Colombian Statue of Liberty, and another one from the Dominican Republic, Peruvian Toy Story characters, a Moroccan Spider-Man, a Colombian penguin. That's right, these costume characters are virtually all illegal aliens. They came here illegally, working menial jobs that paid very little. Then they learned they could buy unlicensed costumes from Peru and panhandle in Times Square. The Ecuadorian SpongeBob made $80 in just 5 hours on his first day. Cookie! Panhandling is against the law. Using someone else's copyrighted character in your business is against the law. But the New York Times gives them a pass, saying few performers seem to fully know the rules, in part because of language barriers. Many do not speak English. See, it's okay. They don't speak English. Illegal aliens are above all of our laws, including our copyright laws. Yet we're told that because of copyright violations, we have to hand over an internet kill switch to the government. They want to be able to instantly shut down any website on a mere accusation of copyright violation. And it's the very same companies that tolerate copyright violations in Times Square by illegal aliens that are screaming the loudest about internet control for copyright protection. Take Disney, for example. Except for these illegal costume characters, Disney has been incredibly aggressive in protecting their copyrights. They got a lot of bad publicity back in 1986 when they threatened 3 daycare centers with expensive lawsuits because they had painted Disney characters on their walls. Hanna-Barbera not only offered their characters as a replacement, they sent their own studio artists to paint the mural. Then 3 years later, Disney sued the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, the people who do the Oscars, because they opened their Oscar show with Snow White and didn't get permission.
It is so exciting to be here tonight. There are stars out tonight. Stars with glamour are gleaming and bright.
It's a shame they didn't stop that performance with a prior restraining order. Then in 2008, in a case exactly like what's going on in Times Square, a couple with a children's party business performed for the kids in Winnie the Pooh costumes. Disney sent them a cease and desist letter, which they complied with, except the demand to send Disney the costume. Instead, they returned it to the unlicensed Peruvian company for credit. The same company illegals in Times Square prefer to get their costumes from. Disney slapped the couple with a $1 million lawsuit, plus attorney's fees. And at the time, Disney said this: without firm licensing agreements, the company noted, it cannot control the quality and nature of the performance, the quality of the costumes, or the quality and background of the individuals providing the performance. Disney has already seen its character turned into a sex toy story when an illegal Woody was arrested for sex abuse. Even Santa Claus has weighed in on the issue. That's right, the real Santa Claus, a monk in North Pole, Alaska, who's legally changed his name, wants licensing of these Times Square characters to screen out pedophiles. But illegal costume characters want regulations to shut out competition, especially those Americans who they say flout the law. What's the Spanish word for irony? But they seriously don't like Americans, calling them money-grubbing arrivistas, in other words, newcomers. Times Square, they say, is their territory. The panhandling illegal costume character business is for illegal aliens who started it. Yet these black market entrepreneurs truly understand the basis of most of our business regulation, and that is to keep out your competition. Now, if they want the government to come in and regulate those money-grubbing Americans, which laws are the illegal costume characters going to obey? Do they want New York City to give them a license to illegally use copyrights? Should we ignore their copyright theft and call them undocumented costume characters until they get a license from Disney or Sesame Street? Are they even trying to get a copyright license? They pretend they're not violating the copyrights by saying that they're just street performers and they're not doing this for a living. But when New York City put up signs this past weekend telling tourists that photos are free, tipping is optional, an illegal costume character named Juan Perez complained that his income had dropped from $80 to $15. Another, Claudia Arias, said, "We need to unite so people can see that this is our legitimate way of supporting our families." But wait, I thought they weren't doing this for money, because that would be panhandling and copyright infringement. Now that the illegal costume characters have been caught in a lie, they're going to unite, and they're going to create a union so they can have political clout in town hall. They've turned to La Fuente, an organization that has a history of lobbying in favor of illegal activity and demanding rights for those who actually flout the law. Illegal characters are above the law. Only those with political connections and lobbyists can stay in business or be allowed to work. The illegal costume characters violate our immigration laws. They violate our copyright laws. They intimidate people for money. They pretend they're not doing it for a living. And then, when signs are put out not to pay them, they organize into an Hispanic union to keep out what they call money-grubbing American Aravistes, who they say flout the law. Whoa! Who would have thought that Cookie Monster could give us such a comprehensive lesson on our immigration policy?
You've experienced and heard about the benefits of super male vitality. Now, the new formula has arrived. Introducing the new Super Female Vitality. I have specifically designed this formula to help the body naturally regulate itself without the use of artificial hormones. Key ingredients chosen from the highest quality sources. Secure your Super Female Vitality today from our limited stock at InfoWarsLife.com.